Today, I'm announcing that the Liberal Party has reached an agreement with the New Democratic Party.
The biggest thing about the deal is that it confers predictability on government. If it holds, and we're not certain that it will hold, but if it holds, it means there won't be an election until 2025. It means that, in essence, this Liberal government is now a majority Liberal government. Of course, it's all about what this means for the Liberals, but it's also about what it means for the NDP. Liberals tend to promise things for about 20 years before they deliver them. I think the first Liberal childcare program was in the 1993 platform. In some ways, they never really delivered on that promise until the childcare program that they announced last year. They've also been talking about Pharmacare, mooting the possibilities of pilot programs for Pharmacare. They've been talking a bit about dental care, though it's not really been a huge priority. What matters now is that, driven by the NDP, they're going to have to deliver on these promises and deliver on them now, something they're prepared to do. It's also interesting, though, in what it means for the NDP. On the one hand, Jagmeet Singh is going to be able to claim that he has been able to compel the Liberal government to deliver on major NDP priorities. This is as old a trope as Tommy Douglas pushing Lester Pearson to come forward with a Medicare program back in the 1960s. But it also ends up making the NDP once again the conscience of Parliament, but never the governing party in Parliament. I think that in agreeing to prop up the Liberals in exchange for the Liberals moving on NDP priorities, Jagmeet Singh has acknowledged that he will never be Prime Minister of Canada. The NDP will always be the party of opposition, the conscience of Parliament, but never the actual governing party.
This is the starting point. This is our ability to use our power to get results for people, but we're going to have to continue to fight for it. And that's why we're going to continue to put pressure to hold this government to account. We're not going to...
In some ways, Jagmeet Singh's role is much greater than it was in the past, but in some ways it's less too. Yes, he is now able to compel the federal government, the Liberal government, to implement part of the NDP agenda. That's his achievement. That's what Justin Trudeau has agreed to in order to have stability over the next 3.5 years. But he has also diminished his power. Under the ad hoc arrangements, the NDP could, on any given vote, decide to withdraw confidence by threatening to vote against it on any confidence motion to bring it down to force an election. It has surrendered that power in exchange for having its dental care and Pharmacare agenda implemented.
But I am hopeful that the deal will be honored. But it is true that at any point in time, we are able to withdraw our support.
Well, of course, what we don't know about this pact is whether it will survive until 2025. Yes, the NDP is committed to support the government on its budgets, provided those budgets meet NDP priorities, which have been laid out, especially in the area of healthcare. But, politics is all about the unforeseen. If there's anything we know from the last 3 years, it's how much of the unforeseen arrives and smacks us upside the head. So, what if there's a scandal? This is a Liberal government. Liberals are prone to scandals. Will the NDP support the government through whatever that scandal might be? And of course, we also don't know how it will affect the Conservative leadership race. The Conservatives are going to have a leader now in place for 3 years before being tested by a federal election. How will that influence the choice of either Pierre Poilievre or Jean Charest or Patrick Brown as leader? We don't know that either. We could also have a new leader. I'd be surprised if Justin Trudeau fought the next election in 2025. I predicted before the last election that he was likely to step down sometime in the course of this term. I think that's still true. So the next prime minister, the next leader of the Liberal Party, whether it's Chrystia Freeland or somebody else, might well decide that they don't want to wait. They want to go to the country and get a fresh mandate as a result. So scandal or a new leader are the two things that could undermine this pact.